Hey, welcome. Today we're going to talk about something that's on everyone's mind, artificial intelligence. But we're not just talking about the tech, we're talking about the stories we tell ourselves about it, because believe it or not, those stories are shaping our reality as we speak. So, let me ask you, when I say AI, what's the first image that pops into your head? Is it something like a friendly, kind of bumbling sidekick like C-3PO, or do you immediately jump to a world-ending threat like the Terminator? It's funny how our imagination goes to these two extremes, right? From a super helpful partner to, well, the end of the world. Okay, so let's dig into this. Because it turns out, while we all think our vision of AI is unique, most of our ideas, our hopes, and our fears actually fit into one of three big, powerful stories that our culture keeps telling over and over. And those three stories are what we're going to unpack first. Researcher Elena Denia calls them the narratives of apocalypse, assistance, and transcendence. It's a really useful way to think about this stuff.
Think of this model as a kind of map of our collective imagination when it comes to AI. It helps us see the patterns in everything from movies to news headlines, and it really explains why we have these gut reactions, from our deepest anxieties to our most out-there, ambitious dreams for technology.
So, at the heart of all these stories is this one big tension. On one side, you've got the fear of replacement, the idea that we're opening Pandora's box and we're going to lose control. And on the other side, you have the hope of improvement, the story where AI helps us make this huge leap forward as a society. All right, first up, the apocalypse narrative. You know this one. This is the story where AI gets so smart, it develops its own goals, and those goals are not great for us. We lose control, and it's all downhill from there. This is your Skynet, your HAL 9000. It's the ultimate cautionary tale about creating something more powerful than we are. Now in the middle, we've got the assistance narrative. And honestly, this is the one we're actually living in right now. AI is a tool, a really powerful tool for sure. It helps us write boring emails, it helps us make cool images, it plans our road trips. It's useful, it's helpful, but, and this is key, it does what we tell it to do. And finally, there's the transcendence narrative. This is the most optimistic, maybe even wild vision of them all. This is the story where AI is the key to our next evolutionary step. Maybe we merge with machines and become cyborgs, or maybe AI becomes our legacy, our mind children, that carry on long after we're gone. Okay, I know these stories can feel like pure science fiction, but what's really fascinating is how they're running in the background, shaping our decisions about AI in the real world. And this gets especially complicated when we start talking about using it for something like academic research.
And that brings us to some very real challenges. Let's look at 4 big reasons for caution when we think about letting AI into the world of research, based on the work of Andrew Gillen.
You know, the idea of an AI research assistant sounds amazing, right? But it's not that simple. We have to think about the fact that a human researcher's perspective is part of the research, that AI isn't neutral, it's full of biases from the internet, that we might stop teaching new researchers core skills, and of course the huge questions around data privacy.
All of these hurdles really point to one central idea. There's a human touch that is absolutely essential, and it's something AI, as it exists today, just doesn't have.
Researcher Andrew Gillen puts it perfectly with this quote. AI has access to a staggering amount of human knowledge, all these multitudes of information, but it has no self. There's no single coherent point of view holding it all together.
And that self is what researchers call positionality. It's the unique lens you see the world through, shaped by your culture, your beliefs, your experiences, your whole life story. AI has a database. It doesn't have a life story. It has zero positionality.
So this brings everything back to a really personal and important question for all of us. Knowing all this, where do you draw the line? What's your personal red line with this technology? Think about it like this. Using an AI to summarize an article for you, does that feel like simple assistance, just a helpful tool? Or could it be the first tiny step on a slippery slope towards replacement, where we start to lose the skill of thinking for ourselves? And at what point does a tool that's supposed to make your work better actually start to strip away what makes it yours? When does it stop enhancing your work and start erasing your unique voice, your perspective, your positionality?
Which leaves us with the biggest question of all. We know that technology can do the work. It's getting more and more capable every single day.
But the much harder question we all have to answer for ourselves is, should it?